chat was ridiculous. There we go. Oh, me oh my. Oh, me oh my. Oh, I need to put a thing on there. Oh, yeah, it's because
Thrown the blanket away.
I was cleaning up the couch, is why. Yeah, but
This is so high. This is so ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Is this showing up yet?
No. But it also could be. I mean, 8 people are watching, so. Oh, there it is. Ooh, that's crooked. Ooh, that's a crooked boy.
What's so crooked about it?
What's so crooked about it?
Should I keyboard this?
That's a crooked boy.
You have to turn that down.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Is that better?
No.
There. Better?
No.
Which way? This way?
It's the other way. You're going, yeah.
Is this better? Better? Is it better?
Hold on, I can't tell. Now I'm fixing it on the camera. I fixed it. I eyeballed it to perfection. Holy crap, I'm amazing. Look at my skill.
It's really,
It's really blurry, but that's
blurry.
also because we were adjusting it. Also, it's really blurry because who effing knows? It's YouTube and our internet.
yeah, our internet is being weird.
I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
That is so low that's almost like an up skirt shot. Please go turn it up. Turn it up a little bit. It's like aimed right to where my skirt is. I think it needs to be raised up and maybe angled down a little bit. Hi guys. Do we still look really orange? Because that can be arranged. That can be fixed. I guess so. I mean, I'll just have to keep my legs crossed.
Sup, legs?
Okay, Jim Carrey in the mask.
How's that?
That's something he'd say.
Oh, of course.
Hi guys.
Oh, now people don't like my feet, and they put my feet down. And see, it's still a little crooked.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, so
Anywho,
anyway, we
we're
have a lot
here.
of stuff to talk about today.
We don't.
Yeah, we do. I have tons of stuff to talk
All right.
about.
Cheers,
Hi,
tons.
Jason. Yeah, so first point on the list. What's the first point?
Oh, I thought we had a ton of stuff to talk about. I thought we had a ton.
I need to reference it.
I didn't organize the list
need
at all.
to reference
We're just going the top to bottom. American Horror Story.
Okay, we're just gonna start off with what we've seen apparently. So, Tiara and I started American Horror Story,
Which one?
season 10, I think.
Holy crap! There's that many.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's season 10's theme?
Oh, hi, Duffman. Oh,
Hello.
Duffman forgot to drop any news. Darn it, Duffman. That's why the list is so short. Season 10 of American Horror Story.
Which is about?
Vampires.
Oh, sick.
Yes.
Have they done that
Tiara and
before?
I just started that. I don't know. Oh, wait. I think Tiara said there was a vampire season. I can't remember. Well, I don't know. They're not really. Oh, they are vampires, but it's a different story. So the premise is you go to this place up north in New England, and you're down on your luck. And okay, thank you. Tiara has a much better description. It's a family at a seaside town full of vampires who are gay for writing. Yes, thank you. That's a perfect description of it.
Okay. All right. Is it like Vampire the Masquerade?
I don't think so.
Then I would not like it.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it. It is. I know it would not be your show.
That's unfortunate.
It's
I mean,
like-
I've always wanted American Horror Story to be my show, but the first season was so gosh darn bad, I never watched it again.
Yeah, I watched the last season. It was like Apocalypse, I think. And I don't know why, I might have been in a daze when I watched this.
It's trash TV, and they know it.
It is trash.
They
TV,
know it's trash.
But I watched the entirety of it.
I definitely think there is a market for that. Like,
Yeah.
it's willingly bad TV. Like,
Right.
it's like B.
We like Horror Story season thing again.
Who knows?
Hi, Chihuahua. Okay, anyway.
It seems to be a network thing, as most things are.
It is really lagging though.
You're in the 5G, right?
Yeah.
On the 5G Wi-Fi? You're not on the regular? You mind if I take a peek real quick?
I mean, go ahead, pull it down and check. Check really quick. Eek. I think. Also, we can't stream too long because I have parents. What? Is it reconnecting?
It will be in a second.
I don't think so. I think it'll stay stream interrupted. Okay, apparently I was on the wrong network or something.
Yes. We have two Wi-Fi networks. Without getting into networking, the more devices you have that are Wi-Fi, the more congested a network can get. So I save the 5G for anything that does video, anything that's, gaming related,
Yeah.
TV, PlayStation, PCs.
So now it's better.
Yes.
So now everything should be better.
You were on the same network as all of the security system, all of the doorbell,
Holy
you're on the slow network that is reserved for that, so no wonder.
So now everything's better.
Yes.
It should be. But yeah, American Horror Story. So I'm so glad I have someone to watch this with.
Flickering.
Oh yeah, it's because it's too low. Oh, hi Drew. Mowing the lawn as you listen. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
That's super cool.
We're here for it.
Yeah, we'll give you some exciting news then. I'm so grateful I have you to watch this trash TV stuff with me, Jer. You wouldn't watch it, but it's fun watching with people, and I know it's not everyone's thing.
Yeah.
And then we're watching.
See.
We were watching season 2 of C with Jason Momoa and David Bautista and a bunch of other people, and that show is so expected. You'll say, "Don't do that, just do this," and then they do that. So it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
So we're watching this other show called Nine Perfect Strangers on Hulu.
So is your brother.
Yeah, I need to talk to him about that and see if he likes it.
He loves it.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's good. But that show is really, really original. Yeah, Tiara says shows I genuinely enjoy. Trash. I do. I watch a lot of trash TV. Outlander was trash.
Well, I think Tiara, are you saying shows that you genuinely enjoy? Kite Tales calls trash.
Whoops. No,
I think that's what that's written as.
Okay, look, I'm not saying it's bad TV. I really like it. What's a really bad show that I've watched that I think has poor quality to it? Okay, Handmaid's Tale, for example.
That one's good.
Handmaid's
That's
Tale
better
is
than what
bad.
I was thinking.
Handmaid's Tale is bad.
Yeah.
It's very poorly written.
It is.
It's aggravating. That's what I'd call bad.
Rarely do I invest 3 seasons into a show and just say I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this anymore.
No, so I will say, I say this with, affection in my heart, calling it trash TV. Drew says trash TV makes you feel like a perfect human. It's enjoyable to me. I like these entertaining shows.
Meanwhile, I can't stomach it. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm so pretentious. I can't.
But yeah, that's American Horror Story and Nine Perfect Strangers and C.
So I watched one thing this week on my own.
Yeah.
Gundam Hathaway. Holy
He's obsessed with Gundam.
F, y'all. Well, okay, I'm obsessed with the Universal Century of Gundam. Let's
Yeah.
not overgeneralize and say flex like Gundam Wing. I have no idea what Gundam Wing's even about. You watched Gundam Wing.
No, I threw darts at a poster and see who I'd marry on
You fell in
Gundam
love
Wing.
with a Gundam Wing.
I had no idea who any of the pilots were.
I've fallen in love with Gundam Hathaway. So Gundam Hathaway is the latest Netflix movie. It came out a couple months ago. It's the latest thing in the Universal Century storyline. It is about a character named Hathaway Noah, who is the son of Bright Noah, who many of you who watch Gundam know is sort of the streamlined character who shows up in all Universal Century Gundam.
Yeah.
He's this general of the fleet. He doesn't actually pilot Gundams. He's just a fleet general. He pilots a ship, captains a ship. Kind of like the Kirk. He's like a Kirk, but if Kirk wasn't the main character. So this focuses on his son. And what a movie this was.
Wow.
Firstly, watching it on the TV with OLED, there's a
Yeah.
lot of dark Gundam fights at night, and I was just like, holy crap, this is beautiful. It's the most beautiful Gundam I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's also the most dark kind of storytelling. There's a scene where they're kind of running through this Dubai-esque city.
We have to interrupt to read this
Yes.
comment by James Flack. That's
James
a
Flack.
gazebo with Glenn Ford. totally out of context. I'm guessing this is to follow up on movies that you're recommending that I watch. I haven't heard of that one. So put that on our list.
Put it on the list.
Gazebo with Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford, Gazebo.
Unless someone's already seen it. Yeah.
I loved
We'll
it.
put it on the list.
Yes. Put it on right on the list. The Gazebo, Glenn Ford.
Thank
I've heard
you,
of that
James.
movie. I've heard of
Yeah.
it. I know nothing about it beyond that.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I actually want to say don't watch this movie.
Wow.
I love this movie. It's like a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I cannot recommend anyone watch this movie without having first watched Gundam Origins, Gundam the movie 1 through 3, probably Zeta 1 through 3, which I have not seen, and then Char's Counterattack. You can
Yeah.
skip Unicorn, because Unicorn kind of sucks, even though everyone loves it. I think it sucks. But you definitely need to see everything up to that point for it to make any sense. It is so lore deep. But if you can get through all that, this is an amazing movie.
Awesome.
Just love it. 10 out of 10. Beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful. Can't wait for the next one.
Good. Excellent.
That's our Gundam update.
Gundam expert for your Gundam news.
Yeah, I watched it in English. Usually I watch Gundam in Japanese, and for whatever reason, it just defaulted to the English. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, these voices aren't so bad. But in Japan, I'm not making a joke about Japan and their culture, but in Gundam, for whatever reason, they're always like, Zagandomu, like a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even stereotype. They say that so much in all of the thing. But then watching it in English, I realized, like, it is so weird to hear an American
Yeah.
person go, look at the Gundam, look at the Gundam. Like, I actually prefer the Zagandomu.
Yeah.
It's better.
It gets irritating.
It does.
But it's funny, actually, we watched Porco Rosso on Sunday, and we had two separate streams. We had the Japanese, and then we had the English dubbed. And people were like split into two different ones, like depending on whether you wanted to hear the dubbed or the subbed version. That's pretty funny.
What did you watch?
I watched the dubbed because of
Michael Keaton. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Michael Keaton was so good in that
Gotta
movie.
support Michael Keaton.
Absolutely.
Um.
Up next, Francis Glessner Lee Dollhouses.
Yes, so I found out about this last night. There was this woman, and she was this socialite. She was born in the late 1800s, and she was an heiress, and she was very, very involved with Harvard's legal studies team, and she was like a pioneer in forensic science. And so in the 40s, she created these little, and this is where it would so benefit if I was able to share stuff up on the screen. I post this in the Discord. But she made these little murder dioramas. So she made a set of 18 of them, and they're called nutshells of unexplained murder, or nutshell investigation of unexplained murder. These 18 dioramas, and they each have a different setting. So in one room, there's an attic, and there's a little doll, and she's hanging, and there's a bunch of things. And
Is this kind of like Hereditary?
yes, actually, that's what Pyle said. They're called murder-ramas. I didn't know that was the name for them.
Huh. But they're real.
They're real,
That's-
but she used them, and so the forensics students, like in the 40s, they'd use these, and there is no real solution to them. You can't figure it out. The solution is pointing out and writing everything down that is of note when you're observing that.
Oh, that's super cool.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I wish
they're
I could
all-
see these. That,
I'll show you.
Yeah, I wanna see
Well,
them.
the coolest thing is oh, sorry, Duffin says that's a joke. I swear, I don't know why. I am the most gullible person I've ever known,
you are very gullible.
and I don't understand why. You can make a joke to me and make it obvious, and I'll believe it. My first instinct is to believe it, and then even if I question it, I say, "Wait, really?" Like I have to question.
Can I tell them
it.
what happened when we watched that movie that one time?
What
Gullible.
Okay.
What Bishop and I did.
Yeah.
So we were watching this movie. What movie was it we were watching?
Which one?
It was some movie.
What, Gattaca?
Yes.
That we watched on-
yes.
Yeah.
With 4. We watched Gattaca.
Yeah, we'll get to Gattaca in a moment. See, that's the
And
movie.
there's a character on the screen, and Bishop says, that is Robert De Niro's brother. And you said, oh my gosh, it looks just like him. That's awesome.
It did.
It was not.
It wasn't.
Later on in the movie, a character shows up, and I'm like, that's Tom Hardy's brother. And she's like, oh my gosh, it looks just like him.
Like, I don't
It's
know why. I don't know why. I will believe something if I see it. I don't know why. If you tell me something, I will believe it. That's my first instinct. I'm just not skeptical about what people tell me. And no matter how many years I've fallen for, I'll just keep doing it.
Yep.
So Duffman 100, Keitel 0. But yeah, these models are so cool. You can actually go on the website. There's a VR. You can look inside the diorama, and you can like mouse around it and look at the little details and stuff like that. It's so cool. I'm
That's
obsessed
really
with
cool.
her. Absolutely obsessed with her. I want one, and now I want to do a series in which I figure out them. They're all based on real murders. So I want to figure out what murders they're based on, stuff like that. Just add it to my list of
Got
things.
it. Those would be really cool in VR too.
They are really
If you
cool.
could like
Yeah,
pick them up and
and look at them.
yeah,
So.
that'd be neat.
Oh, so Tiara and Arsenic were excited about. Okay, I'm putting words into your mouth, but I sent it to Arsenic because I know he'd appreciate it because of conversations we have. And Tiara also wants a murder dollhouse, so.
Who doesn't?
Duncan says like Sylvester Stallone in Scar. Because I thought so. For a moment, I thought Sylvester Stallone was in Scarface
Yes.
because he
'Cause
looks
he was.
like Al Pacino.
Yeah.
In my mind.
He's the main character. Sylvester Stallone snorting the big cocaine mountain.
How funny would
They
that be?
say hello, my little friend.
I would totally watch that.
Speaking of Sylvester Stallone.
Well, speaking of Gattaca, let's go to Gattaca.
Okay.
Also, I would totally love to build one of these, Arsenic. I talked about I want to make haunted dollhouses. Just on a whim, I said, I love making miniatures. I want to make haunted dollhouses. Now I think I could take it to the next level. I can like make,
Andrew says amiibo murder life. Amiibo death question mark.
I really want them though. I mean, they're so cool. What were we talking about? Oh, Gattaca. Gattaca is a really good movie.
It is a really good movie.
It's the first time I've seen it. With Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman and,
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub. It has a
And-
bunch of people in it. What, is there a main character I'm forgetting?
Yes.
Let me think about it for a second. I can't remember right at this moment. Jude Law. Oh, thank you, Tiara. Yes, Jude Law. Okay, Jude Law is in it.
Only the second
It was
main
a really,
character.
really good movie, though. They don't make movies like that anymore.
They don't.
It was
Unfortunately.
just, and also I miss movies with Ethan Hawke narrating. Ethan Hawke's the best narrator.
It's a good narrator.
I wish he would do audiobooks.
That would be good.
Speaking of audiobooks, I just listened to my first audiobook this week
Holy crap.
because Tiara, she recommended this audiobook that we're listening to. We're doing like a little reading club, by the way, in the server. Oh, book club, if you want to read the book.
I can't.
We're going
I
to
don't know
discuss
how.
it. Well, I listened to this audiobook, and I had a prejudice against audiobooks. I'll admit, I thought reading is better because I thought, oh, you get a more, I don't know, pure experience with the book and you're reading it. And
I actually find audiobooks are easier to remember.
well, now that I'm thinking, yeah, audiobooks, it's like listening to a podcast or something. I don't know why in my mind I thought, oh, there would be some discernible difference between reading versus reading as opposed to audiobooks, like, oh, reading is better. I still like the experience of reading a book, but
I think when you have a
audiobook has been
really
really
good
nice.
narrator, it's
Yeah.
very easy to remember. Because I listened to American Gods
right.
by Neil Gaiman,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried reading American Gods, and I couldn't tell you what American Gods was when I read it.
Yeah.
But after I had him read it to me, like years later, I'm
remember.
like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
So that's kind of like, yeah, audiobooks. I think I'm definitely going to listen to more. Pyle says Andrew Nicole doesn't even make movies like that anymore. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, Gattaca was great, though. Tiara says, I love audiobooks. I had a period of buying books and never reading them. That's exactly what happened to me. I have so many books. I just haven't read them.
Well, I used to listen to audiobooks when I drove to work because I had
Yeah.
a 40-minute commute, which was like I could get through a book
Right.
in under a month. And now I don't drive anywhere. So I don't
Yeah.
listen to audiobooks anymore.
Well, this is good because for a while I was just exclusively listening to like true crime podcasts, just case after case, and like in my day,
That
like
seems healthy.
vacuuming, like the body was found hanging from the rafters. I'm just like washing dishes, like it was so much of it.
Yeah.
By the way, at the end of this, I'm going to give you guys a story, and you can tell me what you think happened.
Is this the sad, creepy one?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
What?
That's really sad.
I want to see if anyone will figure it out.
No, that's sad.
All right, Flex thinks it's too sad.
Save that for the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put that on the stream.
It's really sad.
It's really sad. That made me. I felt bad after I heard that. I was
It
like,
is really
"Geez."
sad. Yeah. Okay.
I wish I
I'll tell you
didn't.
guys.
I wish I didn't hear it. That was my takeaway. It was like, I don't want to hear this kind of stuff.
Oh, Ika says I can't, sadly. If I don't read myself, I space out, but I like them already if I've read the book. Yeah, I can understand that because sometimes when you read something, you get to leaf over it or go back and sort of. Duffin says the sadder the better. It's really sad.
It's really sad.
Okay, Flex won't listen to it, but I'll tell you.
It's one of those things where...
Okay, it's a real thing that happened.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where it's like, you would never think this could happen or be possible. And then when you hear about it, you're just like...
It is really sad.
I wish I didn't know that this is possible.
Well, while I'm telling you, Flex will go do something else. Okay, that's Gattaca.
That's Gattaca.
Sylvester
and audiobooks.
Stallone. We watched this movie
Called Tango and
Why
Cash.
are we rushing through this?
I don't know.
We're acting like
the world is ending. The world!
We're rushing like we're in a timeline, but we have so much time.
So much
we
time.
watched this movie called Tango and Cash. Is Bishop here? No. Tango and Cash was so bad.
It was so bad, it was great.
It was so bad. It was this movie with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell.
Yes.
And they're cops and they get sent to jail and
Why?
they're falsely planted evidence.
Yes.
It's a setup.
Which I've realized is my greatest fear.
A setup?
Falsely going to prison.
Yeah. It is, yeah. Falsely going to prison.
When we started watching this movie, I'm like, cool, cheesy 80s action, great. As soon as they were like in the courtroom and you knew that they had been set up and was falsely
Yeah.
accused, my blood was boiling.
Yeah.
Like I could feel my anxiety rising.
Well, you've seen so
I've
many-
donated to a charity
like,
called
yeah.
the Injustice Project because
Right.
it affects me so much. But I can think of nothing worse.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
in my
very,
mind.
very scary.
I think it's my
thought.
greatest fear.
Yeah.
Is
It's a
being
very
falsely
scary
imprisoned.
thought. Yeah. That's
I
why
also-
it's always not that I'm advocating like, oh, make sure you would never be in a position to where, but it is helpful to know to have Bishop. My greatest fear ending up best friends with Kurt Russell. Who's Kurt Russell in this case? Also, make sure someone that you know knows where you are and can like vouch for you and give you an alibi.
It's one of those times when turning on motion tracking in your phone is actually
Yeah.
a good idea.
Right, and checking in. Like, don't go on any trips by yourself without
Yeah.
telling anybody, right? And don't be in situations in which you're the only one there that can vouch for you. Like, I'd say buddy system, like go with a friend or something. Make sure someone knows where you are.
Mhm.
Make sure you're talkative and active with people. And this is part of like, being social. Being social is such a big part of being safe, I
Yes.
think, is just having like friends and stuff.
I also saw in relation to this
Mm-hmm.
recently, I don't have the study or the link to back it up, but I did see that they were doing a study on guilt.
Yeah.
And they found it to be the more angry you are and the more like upset you are, the more likely you are to be innocent.
Yeah.
Which is a total reversal of what they've always thought.
Right.
Is like an innocent man, should be calm and rational.
No.
But they've actually
you're
said it's the
terrified.
opposite.
Yeah.
It's like you should be upset. You should be
Right.
rage filled because you are innocent. and
Right.
You're being accused of doing something you didn't do, which is how I've always acted.
Yeah.
And I feel like in murder mystery games and, they're like, oh, well, they're upset. They're loud. They must be guilty. It's like, no, actually, they
That's
must
what
be
everyone
innocent.
says about me in these games.
Well, that's why I've now become a serial killer when I play these things, and I act the same no matter what, if I'm innocent or guilty.
Yeah.
So people
Don't
always
talk
just think I'm
about
guilty.
acting the same. Andrew is terrifying to play this game.
I'm just going to be a normal person and not care if you accuse me.
Drew Rogers says no. If you are not innocent, if you know you were innocent, you lash out.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what the study was saying. But
Yeah.
for a long time, people thought the opposite.
Right.
Lashing out is a sign
it's
of
scary.
yeah,
It's
like
scary
oh,
because-
he's trying to hide something.
Right. Well, we talked about this. A lot of times, when you're in the court system and let's say you are innocent for something, and they say, look, just plead guilty. Plead guilty and get 2 years.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Plead guilty, otherwise it's just going to go to the jury and you might face 25 years. And I'm not going to plead guilty. I didn't do this. But it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to plead guilty because I'm going to risk 25 years. That's a terrifying thought. So, moral of the story, make sure you talk to people, make sure people know where you are, and make sure you take a friend with you when you go to places. Don't go anywhere alone. Don't be in any situations with anybody that has threatened you in anywhere. Duffman says never make any deals without your lawyer. Yes, exactly.
That's Tango and Cash.
Yeah. That's Tango and Cash.
It was a fun movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's stupid. It's one of those movies that's just like, we made this movie
was
because
kind of,
we wanted to have Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone
yeah.
punch people and drive a crazy van.
Right.
What else can be said?
Dumb fun.
It ends with a high five.
Yeah,
I mean, literally ends with a high five.
it does.
The best kind of movies. Speaking of assassination,
Hitman?
I want to talk about Hitman real quick.
Yeah, talk about it.
It was on the PlayStation Plus this month, and I've played this game before, and I've never been able to beat it. And I downloaded it again. I'll play on the PS5. It has all the upgraded things, the triggers, all that. Played it this morning for a couple hours. There's something about those games. I can say this game is objectively great. Like, it's beautiful. The attention to detail, the physics, the interactivity. It's amazing. This is an intricate little clockwork masterpiece of a game.
Yeah.
I do not like them. I just don't. I don't enjoy playing them. I find it to be so, like, I have this world of infinite possibility, but it gives you a star rating at the end, which I hate. I hate when people give me
Yeah.
a star rating because it basically says, if you don't play this game the way we want you to play it,
Right.
we're docking you
That's
points.
true.
So I can't be
That's
John
not
Wick.
creative.
You know, I can't be, Poison McPoison
Yeah.
Face. It's like I have to do the creative, stealthy, kind of scripted.
Yeah, but that's one of the only bald heroes out there.
No, I love everything about. I love the world. I love the music, the characters.
Remember
I
when
just don't like
Billy
the game.
Bob Thornton played him? That was such a bad
No, that wasn't Billy
casting.
Bob Thornton.
That was Billy Bob Thornton.
That was Deadwood.
No. Oh, whoops.
I can't remember his name, a Deadwood guy, Deadwood sheriff.
Yeah, what's his name? Who's that guy?
He's great. What is his name?
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant.
Yes. Tom Hardy as that bald guy.
Yes.
Agent X or whatever would be creepy. Agent something. The bald guy in Hitman.
Agent 47.
Yeah.
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 I don't know what it is about those games.
Timothy Oliphant. Why was okay? Now that
He actually did. He took that role when
he did
Deadwood
something
season
else.
3
Oh, that's
was in
sad.
limbo,
Oh.
and they thought they weren't going to make it.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Well, I just bought a house. I need to pay my
I
mortgage."
have to be a Hitman.
So he took Hitman,
Oh
and that
my
ended up
God.
canceling Deadwood.
Yeah. Wow. Shame on you, Timothy.
Well, no, shame on HBO for ever putting
That's
the,
true.
the rights in limbo.
Yeah.
That he had to go look for that work.
Yeah,
Shame.
That's sad. That's too bad.
Why does this mean shame?
I don't think this means shame.
Yeah, shame.
In sign language, does this mean shame?
Shame.
We should look this up before we keep doing it.
Let's do it a couple more times, just in case. A couple different angles so
I
people
would
can
think
take it out
this
of
is
context.
sharpening a pencil.
This is like how you peel a carrot.
I was peeling a carrot once and I peeled my skin. Ooh.
Ooh, let's share that with the audience.
Oh, that hurt. Timothy Harlowfant.
That's Hitman.
Oh, Tiara says, isn't that F off? No, F off is when you do this under your neck.
Or
I
the
do
middle
know that
finger. Or when you do this, but it
Yeah,
connects.
I know this one, and this one. We all know this.
And apparently, like backwards peace in French.
I don't know about that one.
I do, because that was, it basically meant like I'm going to kill you. Because the archers would do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And who does this? What's this?
I'm going to get you, Tony.
Yo, T.
I got your back, Tony. You got to trust me
How
on
is
this one.
this? Yeah, the full, like.
Smart guy. All
Oh,
right.
Bishop says that was what Jeremy Irons said when he did Dungeons and Dragons movie. I just bought a castle. Of course, Jeremy Irons would own a castle. He's Ozymandias. Okay, next on the list.
Speaking of assassinations,
Yes.
this gives me a lead in for everything. Matrix 4 trailer.
Yeah, Matrix 4. Okay, the Matrix 4 trailer looks really good.
Looks really good.
I am sad there is no Morpheus.
Because he died.
I don't remember that, but
Because you
I'm
didn't play the
sad
Matrix
about it.
online.
That's really sad. That shouldn't count.
It is funny watching the internet be like, where's Morpheus? Why did they cast a
didn't play
different
him.
black
Oh.
person to play him? I'm like, because y'all aren't real fans. That's
Okay,
why.
but the new Morpheus
Keep
is
up.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yes.
Which I love.
Well, they have a whole bunch of like
I
new
love
ones.
that he's. Yeah, they do. They have.
I mean, I know, Neo and
Tiara says
Trinity.
Morpheus is gonna become a woman.
Go for it. I mean, that's the entire, like,
Oh my gosh! What if
That's part of the
Morpheus is
thing.
going to be like RuPaul?
that would be amazing. I would love this. I hope this is a jumping off point for them to bust open the Matrix universe.
Yeah.
Like, I love Neo. I love Trinity. I love Morpheus. I love Agent
Right.
Smith.
I do love that I get to see Neo and Trinity
To
together.
quote Kylo Ren, let's not do that again. Let the old die.
No, the new movie
The,
looks
the
really
new characters look fun.
Then it looks good.
I want them to make video games, comic
the
books.
action looks great.
Hope it has a good companion music album to go with it. Bring back the Matrix Online.
Yeah,
I am
that's
ready
really
for a new age of Matrix.
It does look good. Morpheus, Orpheus. Oh, Andrew said I went to a wedding in that game, Mercy Guild in
Oh, that's cool.
Morpheus Online.
I was
Oh,
too poor to
Matrix.
play Matrix Online.
Wow.
I wanted to so
Yeah.
bad, but like there's no way we were doing the
That's
$15 a month subscription
Yeah.
as a kid.
No, that's too much.
Just no way.
That's a lot.
But I knew. I remember when we had the DVDs, because back in the era of DVDs, like Matrix is one of the ones we bought. Like
Right.
the day it came out, I watched that movie over and over again, and I would watch the behind the scenes bonus
Yeah.
features for the Matrix Online and the Matrix
Yeah.
Enter the Matrix the game with Jada Pinkett Smith, which is a weird game. It's actually canon. There's things that happen in that game that are also canon.
Oh my gosh, Duncan says I attended a talk by Jeremy Irons where he talked about renovating his castle in Cork. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Cork is where this French woman was murdered. I just listened to a podcast about it.
Oh.
That's like a terrible association to have, by the
Yeah,
way. Oh, I know
great.
Cork.
I know Cork. I know who
that's
died
where
there.
That woman died.
Yeah.
Bishop says it wasn't a good game, although when they shut the servers down, it was pretty cool. They did a whole event to send it off.
They also, the agents were played by developers. So it
That's
wasn't
cool.
like, I mean, what
Yeah.
a cool concept.
Yeah.
Really just,
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Now that
Do-
Blizzard is dead, hopefully.
Blizzard is not dead.
I should
Blizzard
say
is
World of Warcraft.
being
I
reborn.
shouldn't say that. I know there's a lot of good people. I don't necessarily want to see good people out of a job, but we don't like World of Warcraft and we don't like Blizzard.
But we do
Duffy
like
says,
Vicarious Visions. I want to just put that out there. That company did no wrong and did not deserve to become part of Blizzard.
murder-themed French vacation when? Oui, merci. I just started a show. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's called L'éléphant et
course.
l'assassin. But it's about this serial killer in French, and this is crazy. France didn't have a DNA database in the 90s, in the
yeah.
mid 90s. And so they claim there were no serial killers in France.
Well, they didn't have a DNA database, so how would they know that?
Yes, until the 90s. And they're like, oh, well,
Weird.
you know.
Once he established a database, suddenly France has
There's
serial killers.
serial
There's
killers.
everywhere.
But they were saying how, this is a different type of serial. It's not an American serial killer. And they showed like John Gacy and Ed Kemper and, all these terrible, like awful, horrendous people. This guy was disgusting as well. But there was like people actively arguing against this DNA database saying, oh, where is this going to lead? This is going to lead to terrible things. And like, imagine if we didn't have that, how many people would get away with repeated crimes?
Yep.
Just terrible. But yeah, it is a good show. Ika says, L'enfant assassin de mouche, the child assassin of mustache.
Of course.
Wait, what's mouche? Qu'est-ce que mouche? That's probably not mustache. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. Speaking of assassinations, there's a whole bunch of Sony announcements yesterday
Yeah.
during the State of Play. I think it's called State of Play that Sony does. And people were pretty hyped about stuff. The big announcements were there's Insomniac, the people who do Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank,
Right.
doing Spider-Man 2, Venom's in it. They're doing a
Yeah.
Wolverine game. Wolverine's in it.
With Hugh Jackman?
No,
Oh, that's sad.
no, I think it's like the same universe as the
If
Spider-Man
I said
game.
Wolverine triangle, would you think?
No, never in a million years. I think he has 3 claws, so maybe he's like doing a triangle shape.
Oh my gosh. Duncan says Wikipedia has a list of 57 French serial killers.
Yeah, thanks to that DNA
But
database.
are all those 90s plus? Or
Yeah,
are they
course.
prior 90s? Are they from the 90s onward? Or do they predate the 90s?
How would
That
they know?
be
They didn't have a
important.
DNA database.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
There was also that Forspoken game. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah, Forspoken.
With the
Right.
girl who gets whisked away.
Right.
That game has the cringiest dialogue, but it actually looked like the most fun game.
Is it worse than I'm here to kill chaos?
That's brilliant. It actually sounds like something that I might say at work when I try to aggravate people. I'm like, oh yeah, that's hella fresh. And they're like, what's wrong with him? I do that to annoy people. But I feel like she's doing it
Yeah.
genuine.
Oh, when
Is part of her-
someone is trying to do something
Yeah.
irritating. No.
It's
when-
like a boardroom wrote what a teenager talks
Yeah.
like and put it in a 20-something girl.
Oh, okay. I just have to go back. The serial killer list is from 1905 onward.
Okay.
Oh, 15th century onward. 15th century onward.
Got it.
I mean, there's a lot of serial killers in the medieval ages. Lots of them. So many of
I
them.
mean, if
That
you
is,
kill
like,
multiple
in
people,
their
you are a
name.
serial killer.
Yes. Anyways, that's
So. A lot of
Sony.
murder happened back then.
Actually, someone did say there was a cute game, but I totally missed the comment. Sorry.
What was it?
There was a cute game on Sony, but I don't remember the rest.
There was like one cute looking thing. I don't remember what it was at all.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, they announced KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah.
a remake. It's a game many people like. I played that for the first time last year, so I'm not too jazzed about the remake.
Yeah.
'Cause I just played it.
I'm Star Wars out.
You
I need a
just
break.
couldn't, right.
I need a break from it.
God of War. Oh, you know, it was something that everyone hated, but I thought looked actually
What's
pretty
that?
decent. They're making a Vampire the Masquerade battle royale.
How is that going to work?
Ah.
Also, I guess which reminds me, when are we watching Vidocq? Did I pronounce that correctly? Vidocq.
I don't know.
Oh, Tachia is the game. It's a children's game where you possess animals. It's French. Oh my gosh! I'm totally playing that then.
You had a French game.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I did. I'm working my way through it.
Yeah, when was the last time you played?
I don't know, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, working your way through it.
I get distracted.
Yeah, of course.
Don't do this to me, T.
I'm gonna drag it down. I'm gonna bring the truth up here. Yeah, that was it. I think that was all they
That's the
showed.
games.
That was
Yeah.
of any interest.
Anyways, what's next? What's next? Not a lot of stuff.
Judge rules against Apple and Epic. Oh, I saw this. And Epic
Okay,
lawsuit.
yes. Okay, so remember we were covering Apple versus Epic for a while, and we were all saying, oh, we hate Tim Sweeney, and Tim Sweeney is awful. So the judge ruled against Apple
Yes.
that now
Other
people on the App
vendors
Store
are allowed to.
can redirect you to a separate payment site.
Right.
But then Epic is banned from iPhones.
Yes. And well, the best part of this,
What's the best
they
part?
still ruled that Epic broke terms of service, and they have to pay Apple $12 million.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Which I was like,
Okay, so
I don't know
from
what
this
y'all
point
expected to
onward-
happen.
Yeah, this was such a stupid fight.
can we talk about Fortnite for a minute?
Yeah, let's
and what
talk about
Fortnite has
Fortnite.
done for
What's-
Martin Luther King.
Oh my gosh, yeah, talk about it.
So-
You would know more about it than I do.
Yeah, so Fortnite, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you did this with the right intentions. There's no monetary reason for them to be doing this. They clearly did this with hey, we want to educate people on Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when you build a little Martin Luther King museum in Fortnite, the first thing you shouldn't see when approaching said museum is Rick Sanchez hanging out with a xenomorph. It's just going to make the entire situation weird.
Yeah.
And then the load screens. So I saw this from a couple different sources. I did not check it out myself, but I assume the sources to be true. So one of the load screens for getting into Fortnite says like, pro tip, aim for the head, which is just an inappropriate thing to say
Wow.
around Martin Luther King, who was assassinated.
Right.
So like, just
So
disrespectful.
Stupid. I cannot stand Epic. They're just so annoying. Tim Sweeney's so full of himself. I also read something else about that was awful, is that they disabled all of the emotes in Fortnite,
Yes, because they didn't want people disrespecting Martin Luther King.
except for one emote, because it came with the Marvel pack, which is a whip emoji.
Oh,
Or
that's
it's
good.
a whip emote.
That's great. That's great. No,
They're
you guys,
the stupidest,
Tim Sweeney,
I swear, they're
Epic
the
Games,
Stupidest.
just reinforcing why I don't
Stupidest.
have your client on my
just
computer.
terrible. Just terrible. It's just, oh my gosh. 43rd party says MLK said he wanted free skin cell.
I don't get it.
Here's the thing, they do not care. And instead of doing something meaningful, if they were to say something like, oh, we're going to offer a scholarship for black students
Right.
to come work at
'Cause
our
it costs
company or
money to
something like
create this thing.
It does. It costs money and time. And why not just create like a scholarship program or something like that?
Yeah.
You know, it's just awful.
I feel like Epic is great at
terrible.
making the wrong decision every time.
Right.
Or having a
Epic-
good intention
Against their namesake.
and then making just the worst decision
Yeah.
around that intention.
terrible.
Because
Awful.
I agree There should be a way. If you've ever tried to, if you're in the Apple environment and you've managed your Amazon subscription or your Netflix subscription or anything like that, it's difficult. You have to exit the app, log in through your browser to do that maintenance because you can't do it through the App Store, which is annoying. I'm paying Amazon Prime. I should be able to manage my Amazon Prime subscription via the app.
Yeah.
You can't. So I am glad
That's terrible.
they're fixing that. And they're making it so apps can do this. But at the same time, the way Epic went about doing it is the just most foolish way
I have
that's going
to
to cost them.
comment. If they wanted to do something meaningful, they should have shut down Fortnite forever. Oh, that's so good.
I don't know. I don't feel like Fortnite is a bad game. And I'm glad kids have a game they can enjoy.
No,
I don't want to be the old person shaking my
as much as I
fist.
made fun of Minecraft for being popular and stuff, that was a much better
Yes,
way for kids to
I
be
agree.
You know, because in Fortnite you build structures, but there's no real learning involved.
You just
or
kind of kill
anything
people
like that.
and build.
Also, I'm really jittery. Sorry, I'm fidgety. I'm actually very fidgety.
Why is that?
I'm just fidgety.
Okay.
But I'm saying if it's annoying people, I'll stop shaking my leg. Eagle. Hi, Eagle. Hello, people. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Something
What's
going on?
the matter?
What's going on over here?
TR says pick Smudge up. I would, but he's chewing his bone, and he's being incredibly, like, this week, very, like, ADD. Like, he has legitimate, whatever the equivalent is, he has it. And it drives us nuts sometimes.
I
He
didn't even notice it.
He went up to my office yesterday, and he was rummaging around in my little crafts bin, and he grabs a roll of masking tape, and he runs down the stairs, and we're watching The Sopranos, and we just see Smudge run past holding masking tape.
He goes in the
Just
bedroom.
like he's gonna
just
build
disappears.
something.
Yeah, he's gonna play Fortnite. He's playing Fortnite in his mind.
And if you came here any day, every morning I'm picking up toys. I'm just picking up toys. You think like, oh my gosh, how many kids do these guys have? No, it's all Smudges. He will go with the toy, get something he doesn't like it, go back, get something he doesn't like it, go back. He has like 500 toys. I know they say you're not supposed to give them that many toys because we may have done this to him.
Right.
Oh well, that's Fortnite.
Kite Tails is a little loopy tonight.
I am not.
It's okay.
Look.
She'll be fine.
Oh my gosh! That reminds me, I wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
This guy in Florida, I shouldn't laugh. This is not funny. Okay, it's not funny. It's very sad.
This
what
isn't
happened.
on the list?
It is on the list.
Okay.
The Benadryl killer.
Oh, geez.
This guy in Florida killed his family last year. He killed his 2 children. He killed his wife. And when they arrested him and they took him to the hospital because he was injured himself, they said, "Oh, what's going on?" And he said, "Oh, I killed everybody." And they're like, "Oh, okay, this is horrific." And then when he came to, he said, "I'm sorry, I was on Benadryl, and you coerced me into saying that, and I was not in my right mind, so that should not be taken. You have to throw that out." And he poisoned his whole entire family with Benadryl, and he himself was on Benadryl when he committed all these murders.
Did he try to kill himself with Benadryl?
No, because it was like execution style. He killed everyone in his family. Hi.
This is morbid and grim.
Is
I wish we didn't talk about this.
No, I'm just saying how crazy is that he tried to say because I was on Benadryl, I killed everyone in my family. I've been taking Benadryl all of my life. I mean, middle school is like
these people will look for any reason.
But I swear, if this gets Benadryl taken off the market, I will be very upset because that's the only allergy medication that
it
works.
won't
for
get
me.
Benadryl taken off the market.
But
I'm sure
Joseph
Benadryl has
said-
actually killed people before, and that wouldn't get Benadryl taken off the market.
Yeah, that's true. It does. You can overdose on it.
Yeah.
Tiara says I thought it might be like the Tylenol poisonings. Oh yeah, the Tylenol poisonings, right? When someone was like putting poison pills in Tylenol bottles or something like that. I remember hearing something about that. Rez says that sounds like the Twinkie defense by that guy that Harvey Milk shot. That shot Harvey Milk to death. Oh, I haven't heard of the Twinkie defense. I just think that is so ridiculous. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Someone in the 80s or 90s swapped Tylenol with cyanide and put them in stores. So it's
That's
just
horrible.
disgusting. I think, though, that's led to the legislation about the pills and everything like that,
and
right?
the tamper
that's
seals.
like, right.
That makes sense.
Usually, when you see something like that,
It's a response.
there's a sad story behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
When you see a no swimming, there's usually a sad story behind it.
When you see don't eat Tide Pods.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, it's
there's
sad.
like some sort of
Yeah.
tragedy behind it. Arsenic said, "Did you hear about the Austrian guy today? Mummified his mother when she died to keep her benefits. Lied to his brother too." There was a case like that here. What was his name? Bernie. I just remember his name was Bernie because of Jack
Bernie.
Black. But there was a guy who did that here. He killed his caretaker and he kept her body in a freezer and then just kind of looted everyone, saying, "Oh no, she's totally fine. She's fine. Yeah, no, she's tired." Yeah, it was awful.
It was
H.H.
awful.
Holmes did that too for a long time. People are sick.
People are sick.
Are disgusting.
People
yeah,
treat
that was it.
corpses
No,
with-
Weekends at Bernie. No, that's another movie. Bernie.
Holy crap. What is going on right now?
He said Weekends at Bernie. I said no.
I know, but people don't know who you're talking to.
Oh, when I'm looking at the TV, I'm not talking to you.
No, I know, but usually you read the comment and say like, "Oh, Duffman said Weekends at Bernie." No, Duffman, not Weekends at Bernie.
Come here.
You are now in a
Smudge,
state
come
where
here.
you're just
Smudge,
reading
come.
what people are saying incoherently out loud.
Come here. Smudge, come here. I feel like that woman with the come here.
Okay, come
instead
here.
of
Come here, Smudge. Mama's being a little crazy right now.
instead of saying, oh, fresh ingredients says, oh, so how about them video games? We done talking about video games.
Conan Exiles.
Okay, Conan Exiles. We've been playing Conan,
I just put a whole bunch of mods on the server. They're
which
great.
is fun. Oh, also,
They're
by
great.
the way, we have one extra key for Conan. If anyone would
Fight to the
like
death.
the key. Also, the server is on at all times, so you don't necessarily have to play when we're on, because I know a lot of us like time zone differences. But if you want the key, let them know
Let her know.
or tag me.
She will pick. I don't pick.
Andrew says Flex does a Beetlejuice voice for Smudge. I said Beetlejuice. What a creepy name. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice has like such a weird voice because I mean it was Michael Keaton doing his "You want to get nuts? Let's get
Yeah,
nuts."
that's the Beetlejuice
But
voice.
I mean he starts kind of calm. He's like I survived the Black Plague and the Red Death.
Yeah.
And it keeps getting funnier every time I see it.
Don't scare him.
he's scared.
Yeah, but that's part of it. That's part of the Beetlejuice charm. Is the way it goes back and forth.
So what do you think? I get the job.
Beetlejuice is friends with Karen. Beetlejuice, the anime. Oh, Jess Askins says the dog is so cute. Looks like a toad. He's very cute.
He is so
Here,
stinking
here,
popular
prop him
amongst
up.
the drive-through.
He's so. Oh yeah, they love him at the.
They
drive.
love him at the drive.
Here, show him. So he's very, very, like you'd think he was just like a Beanie Baby because he's so malleable. Like he's very, like he'll kind of just do this,
Melt.
or he just has no more joints, no more bones. Furby says fur baby. Yes, this thing is definitely a baby. This thing is so spoiled. Gabriel says, does whispering after you yell make Smudge feel safer?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Smudge is this is my little buddy. He trusts. He gets very excited to go for car rides. He loves going for car rides and he loves seeing people in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
He'll sit in the passenger seat just minding his own business. And as soon as we get to the roll on the window, he dashes over, paws up, wants to look at
Yeah.
whoever's giving me the Starbucks or whatever, and just steals the show. He just wants the attention.
Like he's doing it now.
He's like, "Oh, look at me. I'm Smudge."
Remember one time we were streaming and you were trying to talk and Smudge was.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And you got upset at him.
I got real mad. I was so mad I threw an iPad. Do you guys remember when I threw the iPad?
Tara says you could put him in a stroller like that. Okay. I've seen people with pets in their strollers. And I say it's appropriate to put a pet in a stroller when the pet is old and can't walk.
Yeah.
Or when it's something like a cat. And you can't walk a cat, but you still want the cat to go outside and see things. But dogs, you have to walk them, otherwise they go crazy because it's like such a big part of their day to be able to sniff. It's like reading, it's like checking the Instagram, is sniffing outside, Anyways, what is that?
Conan Exiles. That was
Conan
it.
Exile.
That's it. That's the list.
Tiara says, I would be an obese dog in a stroller, maybe. Oh, never. With a pug, Tiara? Okay, what else was there?
That's
Was
all.
that it?
That's all.
Okay, I think. Oh, also, by the way, Jackbox 8 is coming out this fall, and it looks really good. And they actually have a team-based mode this time,
Sweet.
so you can play on teams.
Very cool.
And it'll separate you. Speaking of teams, I was going to suggest if you guys wanted to do like code names right now, since we kind of wrapped up.
I'm gonna eat.
You can go socialize. You can do. Tiara says, let's play the rapping game again. Joke Buck 2. There is no rapping game and there is no Joke Buck 2. Do not get your hopes up.
I didn't think either of those games were funny, but the invention game, holy cow, I was dying.
The invention game.
Everyone's
yeah.
invention just destroyed me. I could not breathe. My abs hurt, and I was crying. So good job.
Yeah.
Good job,
okay,
invention
we'll do code
game.
names. That'll be fun. All right, bye,
All right.
everyone. Thanks for having a good weekend. Thanks for watching.
Take this.
Oh, come here, buddy.
Nug rat.
Oh, come here. Come here. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right.